welcome to my channel, Fat to Keto. My friends call me Jelly. I've used the ketogenic journey to lose 206 pounds. That's right, 206 pounds, and this is day 7 of Vlogmas. I will be honest, I wasn't going to record because my fibromyalgia is kicking my butt today. I am absolutely miserable, and mascara and lip liner is all I could do. I'm still in my PJs, but I decided to go ahead and record. I'm also trying to put some stuff on Poshmark. I suck at taking these pictures. The clothes just don't look that great on hangers, but that's what I have to work with. So yeah, that is what my plan is for today. It is 1 o'clock. I have not eaten yet. I did just finish a collagen coffee. I'm going to go ahead and show you my carb manager and Fitbit and my sleep from yesterday. The sleep, you'll see, it's kind of weird. Okay, so yesterday's carb manager. I did 16 net carbs, 41 total, 68 fat gram, 147 protein, and 1,344 calories. On the protein, I am fine with that. I prefer 150. I just changed it to keto macros and it dropped my protein down to 99. I also prefer my fat being that low. Like I said, I am just allowing my body to eat what it feels like, period. So these numbers are perfectly fine to me. Here is my Fitbit from yesterday, 7,510 steps. I was not feeling so great. I did not do a whole lot yesterday. Now let's go over the sleep. I am going to show you the sleep from the Samsung at 2 and the Fitbit. Which is right? I'm not sure. According to the Samsung one, I slept 3 hours. And I never hit deep sleep. It did not register that whole time, and I don't know why. According to the Fitbit one, I slept, I think, 8 hours. 5 hours light, 2 hours REM, an hour 18 awake. So I guess 7.5 hours. 2 hours deep sleep. I'm going to assume this one's right, and for some reason the Samsung one did not read correctly. But I'm continuing wearing both and trying to compare the data. Yesterday I also went into Sally's and I was going to buy a lower developer because I was worried about the 32 in the Bleach Please, because I'm really still debating on doing my own roots. But they said that the one in there, even though it says 32, it's really more like a 20. But every video I've watched on it, everyone says it burns them to death, way worse than normal bleaches. So I don't know, and I don't want to fry my hair, so I'm still debating on that. Still debating. And I don't know how much of the Poshmark I'm actually going to get up today, because I just feel like garbage. And my phone keeps messing up. It's one of those kind of days. And it's nasty and rainy. It's probably why I feel so sick. Like, we have a low pressure. I ended up not taking an ibuprofen yesterday. I haven't taken one today, and I'm paying for it. If I just did my ibuprofen every 6 hours, the fibromyalgia wouldn't be that bad. I wouldn't be in so much pain. However, I would still be miserable because my water weight would keep going up and up and up and making me feel like garbage on top, like in a different way. And my stomach issues get so much worse when I'm on ibuprofen. It's one reason I haven't taken them in 2 days, is because it causes a lot of issues for me. But sadly, it is the only thing I can take for pain. I can't even do the CDCOs or CB, I don't know, whatever those things are called. Like, people's like, well, try this, try that. I can't. I've tried in the past. I have reactions. There's no bathtub to go sit in and do Epsom salt bath. I mean, I have a very tiny bathtub, but in that bathtub has never been used the whole 4 or 5 years living here. It is loaded wood boxes of my daughter's stuff that she's supposed to go through. Stacked behind the shower curtain. It has been a storage unit, like a closet, for 5 years. And it's really tiny. It wasn't even made to be used as a bathtub, but I want to clean it out and see if it can be used as a bathtub, but I'm afraid it's so shallow. I'm afraid like water will go everywhere, so we'll see. I really one day hope to be able to afford to rip that out and put a real bathtub in there or something, because there is enough room, or something. Like, it would be nice to have a bathtub. I didn't think I wanted one. You know, I was 368 pounds. There was no bathtub I could fit in, even those big giant bathtubs. Once I fit in it, a lot of water couldn't go in it, and then after that, I would be too weak to lift myself out of it. So when I bought this place, I bought it for no bathtub, because your girl here couldn't get in and out of one, and definitely couldn't fit in any. Like, you just don't even know. So yeah. So last night, the one thing you did not see me eat is I did eat 3 strips of bacon. I did go ahead and eat another ounce of the steak because I was hungry, and I had a serving of the pork rinds. It's all in those macros. But you didn't actually see me eat those because it was later on after I'd already put the video together. I got a little hungry and I did try it. I did realize I can eat that prime rib if it's cold. It did not cause me heartburn or hurt my stomach. And I remember that happening each time I've made it. The first day I get really sick from it, but when I never warm it back up, and then I'm fine the next days. And I'm like, what? Why? I guess because I can eat rare raw meat, but like cold, but once it's cooked and it's warm, it's, I don't know. But I also can see the fat easier and cut it all off and make sure I'm not getting any kind of fat at all, because you will even see fat like build up on it, and I pull that off. Yes, I know, you're probably saying there, are you crazy? On keto, you should be eating that fat. That is your livelihood. That is your energy. That is your everything, except for me. Eating fat like that makes me so sick. Okay, the first 2 years I did MCT oil, and over time it started to affect me and cause severe heartburn, and I got rid of it. And the collagen I take has a little MCT powder in it, but not a lot. And you will see me eat about 2 or 3 tablespoons of butter a day, Kerrygold butter, in my coffees and on my pancakes. So that's how much I eat a day, period. And the only other time you see me eat more fat is on bacon. It's the only time I can get away with it, but I have to cook it extra crispy. I can't get away with fatty, like dark meat. I can't have any kind of dark meat chicken. I can't have fatty pork chops. It has to be those lean pork loins with no fat. I can't even cook it with fat on it, or I can't eat it. It has to be boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Sometimes I can eat skin occasionally, but it has to be chicken breast. I can eat the skin on chicken wings with no problem. I know I'm talking with my hands. With no problem. But yeah, I have severe issues with fat. It's a stomach thing with me. I'll end up throwing up. I'll end up being really sick. And there's a lot of keto things like chicory root. I can't have a lot of stuff that has that in it. But some things I can, like, I think Chop Zero has chicory root in their syrups, but I'm not sure. But I have no issues with their syrups at all, not even a tiny bit. I don't have issues with Skinny Girl. I don't have issues with Leconte's, monk fruit drops or anything like that. But I have issues with cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, spinach really bad, Brussels sprouts, asparagus. So the bad thing about me doing keto, the downside, is 99% of all the vegetables that are keto causes me severe stomach issues, and I do not eat them because of that. I can seem to eat rice cauliflower that's frozen, 83 grams of it, but when I make a fresh one and I air fry it, I don't know if it's just because it's not cooked as long, but even 50 grams of that, I'm on the floor crying for 2 days. Literally. Between the heartburn and the severe gas pains and everything it causes me, it lasts forever. And it has happened over and over again, so I know it's not a coincidence. I can get away with, as long as I measure everything out. If I go over too much lettuce, if I go over too much tomato, over too much cucumber, I am dying. I can eat as much as I want of carrots, though. That's another story. And especially doing net carb, I can eat a lot of carrots and be fine. I haven't eaten any this week that my daughter took mine. But, so I can make a little salad. I can lettuce, tomato, and some cucumber, weighing everything out, and carrots in there. That I can eat. That is like the only thing I can eat. Which kind of sucks, because I used to could eat more, and over time of having it too much in my system, I became very sensitive to it. I mean, I ate broccoli and cheese for 2-3 years straight, and then couldn't eat it no more this past year. But it is a me issue. It is not a keto issue. I have always become sensitive to foods that I eat too much or not enough. Like, I used to eat any kind of egg. And then I went so long without eggs that there's only one I can get away with right now. And I can't even just have eggs with it. I'm hoping in the future I can just have omelets again. But right now I can't. It has to be cooked in something. I have a stupid stomach. And tons of issues. So if you're new to keto and you're new to my channel, this month is just about maintaining. I am not trying to lose any weight. You will see my calories higher, my calories lower, my carbs higher, my carbs lower. It is called Eat How I Want, as long as it's still keto, as long as it's, I've lowered it to 20 net carbs this week. Last week was 26 net carbs. So I'm just switching back and forth right now, however I want. And if I decide all of a sudden that that day is going to be a 26-day net carb, that's how it's going to be. I'm trying to relax. I have focused on my weight loss for over 3 years now. I have managed to lose 206 pounds, but between September and January, I'm on so much ibuprofen that stalls me, kicks me, raises my blood glucose, blah, 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 helps me hold water. I just can't ever lose more than 1 pound to 2 pounds a month. And I'm not going to struggle that hard. When I'm not on it, I can lose 7 or 8 pounds. So I'm not going to struggle this month. Once I'm completely off the ibuprofen again, it's usually the end of January, I will go hardcore again. And kick butt and lose those 16 pounds I have left. I might go farther, but that's my goal right now. I'm not going to sit here and stress in the last month of 2020 because I don't think 2021 is going to get any better. I think it's going to get worse. And I don't want to think about it. And I don't want to be thinking and saying, no, I can't have that keto treat. And we all see, who's not new, that I don't go grab keto treats that much. My alarm's going off. That is rare for me. I in the advent calendar, I'm having trouble for Chot Zero. I'm having trouble eating them all. I'm a couple of days behind on them. And that's one tiny piece of chocolate. Now, I'll admit, I love my snow cones. I make snow cones every night. And that's how I get my in in too. If I was just to drink a glass of water, I would throw it up. But I can eat shaved ice slowly over time, and I make big bowls of it. It actually, in the end, once it melts, I've melted it before, it equals 48 ounces of water. Plus, you know, I drink 24 ounces a day of coffee. Yes, that does count as water. So I get my water in strange ways, but I do get it in. And I've been drinking 24 ounces every night of bone broth, which is loaded with water. It's mainly water. So I'm getting it all in. I can drink the hot bone broth and not throw it up. But a glass of water causes me severe heartburn if it's just water. It's weird. I don't know why. Unless it's a pH one, you know, the expensive ones, and I can't afford that all the time. So, moral of the story. I do, like, eat that ice constantly. And I put a few month fruit Leconte monk fruit, vanilla drops in it, and sometimes I've been putting the cookie dough, Skinny Girl, the birthday cake Skinny Girl, syrups, because I don't have a sucralose issue at all. But I only put a little in a big bowl and I stir it. So I'm only pouring a tiny bit into a huge bowl, and it's enough flavor for me. And I will eat 3 of those a day, probably. I'm not doing it for food. I'm doing it for fluid, and I like the taste of it. So that is my treat to me, is eating those, and I'm also getting fluid out of it. It's my trick. So if I have a binge moment, like anxiety moment, I'll go make some of that, because it's the motion that calms you with anxiety. And I'm making sure it's sugar-free, and it's not hurting me in any way, shape, or form, and it's helping because I'm getting those fluids in, right? So I will show you what I eat today. This video is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, because look at me. I look like crap, people. This is a no makeup, no foundation, okay, I did put a tiny eyeliner on, because my eyebrow pencil thingy, because they are blonde. You would have never seen them. And mascara. That's it. I don't usually get on cam like this. But yeah, we're just going to show you my crappy day. And look at the crappy weather out there. And I'll show you what I'm doing on the Poshmark roll. You're going to be on my ceiling for a minute. Meet Marilyn. Alright. So, look at all this that I have to do. Okay, this ain't nothing. I have bags of it still. That is all I've only done so far. So this is going to take me a long time. 1:30, I'm having my first meal of the day. Hold on, I forgot something. Butter, I forgot my 4 pieces of bacon. I have 1.5 tablespoons of butter. I have 2 tablespoons, well, less than 2 tablespoons, but we'll say 2 tablespoons of the blueberry stuff I made yesterday, and the pancakes made with Carb Quick. I'm going to eat it very slowly. Hopefully it does not upset my stomach. This is how it turned out. It gelled up really nicely, in my opinion. It probably could have used a little more sugar, but I'm okay. It tastes fine. So I'm having me some blueberry pancakes with no syrup, because the blueberries are going to be my syrup. Hey, since the Poshmark app is bothering me right now and acting up, I decided to give it a break. I'll do more this week. And yeah, I decided to freshen up the pink. I was going to use the bleach please, but there's so many warnings on it. I'm a baby. So hopefully it'll take more of my roots. I don't know. But the pink should be blonder. Not blonder, but pinker, because the blonde was coming back through. So I'm going to leave it on way longer. Like the red, I would leave on for 5 hours. Last time I just left the pink on for 30 minutes. Now that I want it extremely pink, I'm thinking 3+ hours. Oh, I'm looking like an old grandma in this little hat. This is ridiculous. I'm walking back from my mom's. It's cold out here and it's raining. I've gotten dye all over, but it's a house jacket anyways. I bought it way too big. It was $2. It's the lay around in. I told Honey I couldn't hold her. I'm going to show you what happened, because I have to wash the jacket to get the stains out anyways, so she got to win. You'll see that in a second. I'm kind of getting tired of washing stuff because of my daughter's allergies. I have to lint it, wash the clothes immediately. Even though she doesn't stay at my house very often, I still have to, you know, wash it and crap immediately, just in case. No kitty dandruff in my house. So I gotta lint this right now. Look, I see baby kitty. Is it nap time? Your little ears are so cold. I wish you would get in boxes. That's her bed over there on the bottom and top. She won't get in a box. I've tried to make her little things to crawl into, and she won't do it. o'clock. I'm having 3 ounces of raspberries, 3 ounces of the steak from last night, and I'm about to have my last collagen coffee. I also just had a cinnamon roll protein shake. It's not pink. We'll see what it looks like when I try it, but leaving it on that long, it's not pink at all. Like, we'll see in a minute. I'm not sure what we'd call this color. It's orange, red, pink. Like, each part of my hair took it as a different color. It deposited differently everywhere, which I don't mind. I wish the ends had taken more. I mean, the ends was the blonde bleachy area, so I don't get why it didn't really take that well. But my roots, they're not taking dye at all. I'm definitely gonna have to get them bleached later because they won't take dye. You can see where I dyed my hair. But I would like it better if I had no roots going on. But look, it's crazy. Crazy. It goes good with my skin, so that's a yay. It's not the red I normally do, like the funky crazy red I do every year. It is definitely leaning more towards pinky orange. The lighting, I've tried every room to try to show y'all the best. We're gonna have to wait until the sun comes out and actually show y'all maybe tomorrow. Yeah, it's just funny to me how it took differently in different places. So everywhere that I had copper and red already, it took not as much. Anywhere that had the blonde and pink, it took a whole lot right there, and especially here. And then where it was very white blonde, it's like a pale orange. Look at that. It's like I have fire hair. Look up fire hair on Pinterest, Ardent Thoughts fire hair, and you would see basically the color my hair is. Of course, they have way more of the yellowy type at the bottom than I do, and I have no clue why it turned out this color. It was bubblegum pink. It worked the first time. I left it in for hours this time. Maybe it was just a reaction. I don't know. No clue. It's not supposed to be this color. It's supposed to be bubblegum pink. This is tripping me out. That it's the wrong color. And it was bubblegum pink when I stuck it on my head. But when I pulled that cap off, it was wetter than normal and bubbly, and it looked red. And I was like, what happened? What happened? What kind of reaction happened that gave me this color hair? Don't get me wrong. We all know I love the crazy, like, superhero, crazy reddish orangey color hair. So I am not mad at it. Just gotta work on my roots. Don't like them showing. Oh my gosh, I really dyed my head. But yeah, okay. I really need to go lay down and actually go to sleep. So, let me put this together, this video. I had to show y'all the results at the end of my video, you know. Yeah.